What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andy the Destroyer Ruiz. Get this, Andy Ruiz has his sights set on 3 opponents after the Deontay Wilder fallout, okay? And this is what he had to say. He said, I would like to face Usyk, I would like to face Tyson Fury, and I would like to face Anthony Joshua. We could do the trilogy. That's something that makes me want to cry. In the rematch with Anthony Joshua, I didn't do nothing right. I didn't train. How did I last those 12 rounds? That was for him to knock me out easy. This time, will I get the crown and become heavyweight champion of the world again? I'm going to do everything right and stay champion. Let me counterpunch. Andy, the Anthony Joshua fight can be there for you, brother. But at the same time, he's not a champion. So if you want to be a champion, you have to fight Tyson Fury, which is the WBC if you're ever allowed to, or you have to fight Usyk, which is the unified champion. And speaking of the fact of him could have been knocked out, I think Anthony Joshua just played it safe instead of just going for the gusto, but he could have. But then yet again, why would Anthony Joshua do that in the second fight when it didn't benefit him or it didn't work in the first fight? That's exactly what Anthony Joshua tried to do with Andy Ruiz in the first fight, knock him out. Since he dropped him with the left hook, you know, he kind of nicked him with the right uppercut and then caught him flush with the left hook. And Andy got up. Joshua got anxious, overzealous, overcommitted, you know, threw caution to the wind, got clipped, and he was never the same again. Bars. And I don't think Anthony Joshua actually had that in mind to knock him out. So I don't even think that's a factor anyway of being knocked out. But he is revealing now, in hindsight, how out of shape he was. And it really, honestly, it takes a real man to know and to really admit, like, look, I messed up, okay? I wasn't in shape. I did nothing right. I didn't prepare like I know I supposed to. I didn't do anything the right way. However, and this is one of the things that got Andy Ruiz, you know, kind of got me side-eyeing this cat, simply because what he just said, okay, he didn't do anything right. He didn't train properly. He didn't do what he's supposed to have done. That meant you had no right to fire Manny Robles at all. And I always thought that was bad because I paid attention to Andy. I seen Andy fight before the Joshua upset, and I seen him fight Joseph Parker. And I thought that was a pretty even bout for me. And I'm like, okay, you know, he's a big guy, but he throws pretty good combinations. He just didn't do enough of them. And then plus he's in the backyard of Joseph Parker. So like, how much of a whatever could you get him? What is going to happen as the result, really, realistically, in someone's backyard? You're going to lose a decision, and that's exactly what happened. And I noticed he had some skills. I noticed he had a good chin. I noticed he likes to trade shots like he did with Ortiz. You know what I mean? Like he did with a couple fighters. The fight right before the Joshua fight, you know, he ended up stopping it. So I'm like, okay, this is, you know, he has a force behind him. And him and Manny Robles was more like a Triple G in Abel Sanchez type relationship. But unfortunately, just like Triple G and Abel, they fell off. But they fell off for a whole different reason. Not because, you know, Andy took an L. But if Andy can admit to the public now that he did nothing right, and I think he should admit like that was wrong for doing so. I don't think he will. But based on what his admittance was, he did the wrong thing. Now, back to these champions. Andy Ruiz wanting these fights, you know, I think he's going to have to figure out and understand, you know, the fights that he's wanting doesn't mean he's going to get a fight with those fighters. Because if he's pricing himself out, that's just something he's doing. And pretty soon, you know, I think Andy Ruiz is going to be known for, or pretty much accustomed to, inactivity. You know what I mean? Let's face it. You know, you fought twice in 4 years. So from the ass end of 2019, you lost, okay? You lost all those belts back to AJ. They went back to Great Britain, okay? And then you sat on your ass for a whole year and then another 5 months. Then you fought Chris Arreola, got dropped. Then you took the rest of that year off. So that's 7 more months in 2021. Then 22, you fight at the end of that. And you're like, okay, well, you fight Luis Ortiz then. And it's like, okay, you beat Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz didn't have legs. You know, I mean, his durability, everything is shot on him. He's gunshot. Everything's shot. He's no longer a force. Let's just face it. It was sad. And, you know, Ortiz, you know, tried. You know, he fought. He was you know what I mean? He has heart. He ain't no punk. But he just wasn't anything to Andy Ruiz at the time that Andy Ruiz fought him. But now, since then, we haven't seen him since. So if the fights that he's expecting to get, okay, if he doesn't come down from his high horse, he's not getting any of those fights. You know what I mean? He has to take what's given. He has to show us that and prove to us that he's really hungry. That shit that he's putting in front with these videos, I want the opportunity. Deontay knows he can't mess with me, seeing me train. I'm like, dude, that shit has sailed. They don't even, look, and I know Deontay because he did it with Joshua. Deontay will get upset with whatever you've done, you know, take it personally, and then never talk to you again. That's what he did to Joshua. When they were still sending him offers, being the A side, sending the B side offers, they were ignoring him, talking about, oh, they're begging for a fight now, but he was so scared and this, that, and the other. So you can forget about Deontay Wilder. And then Tyson Fury's already claimed that you priced yourself out as well. So the only really positive the only possible alternative would be Alexander Usyk. Because Anthony Joshua, he may fight Andy Ruiz, maybe. But then, you know, Alexander Usyk, you're not going to fight him because that's Filip Hrgovic's opportunity. You're not going to jump in front of those guys. No way, no how. You know what I mean? If Mauricio was actually about his business instead of about his business, you would have fought Anthony Joshua since he was the replacement for you. So it's a lot of stuff that, you know, you have, a lot of moving parts and a lot of things that don't really make sense. But then Andy's talking about all these big names, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. I mean, you know, like Usyk, Fury, and AJ. Like, dude, you're not going to get any of those fights. Those fights are not realistic. So the best possible outcome would be the Anthony Joshua fight. But again, he can't come in there and ask for 10 million. 20 million. I'm like, you didn't even get that the first time you fought AJ, nor the second when you were champ. So there. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Andy Ruiz's high quality selection of fighters in the replacement of Deontay Wilder fallout. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!